So today we're on week 2 out of 3 of our SEward Johnson sculptures. Today we're going to focus on proportion and pose. Proportion is the size related to other parts of your body. So in this one, I'm going to check my arms. We talked about this last week. We don't want it to look like it's an ape with long arms. So you can cut or fold your arms. Make sure, check where your arms come. This is about right. Oh, that one's a little long. And my head is a little big. So this month's lifeline is problem solving. You're going to have to problem solve. I could squish it to make it tighter. I could undo some of it and cut off part of the head to make it smaller. I could do a couple different things to do the proportion. Pose is going to come after we get this all covered with clay. So you have clay like this. Rip off a small piece and then really squish it down. And I'm going to show you how we're going to use the colored clay to make the clothes. But you can just cover the arms, the legs, and the head with your clay that you're just going to flatten out like this. And it works best if you do just small pieces. Don't worry about getting exact right now. We're not worrying about details. All you want to do is quickly cover your tinfoil sculpture, which is our armature. It's called our armature, which is what the clay goes on top of. Now, a lot of you are to the point where you have some clay on, but not all. So you have to finish the clay, and I'm going to show you how you can do for the clothes. We were going to paint them, but I think it's going to be a lot easier to just use colored clay. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to break off a piece, and I'm going to flatten it out. And if you remember last week, we talked about looking at how clothes fit. They don't fit, they fit kind of loosely. It's not really tightly. You can just even wrap it loosely around. So if I'm making a shirt, I might just kind of wrap it like that. I don't have to make the whole shirt in advance. I can just put it on. This clay is very squishy. Oops, I got some green mixed in by accident. I'm just going to kind of take it on here, squish it on here. If you want to, you could try and make the whole shirt and then put it on, or you can just make the shirt as you're putting it on your sculpture, however you want. Again, you're going to problem solve. So the shirt is hanging kind of loosely here. That's how I want that. Now I would turn it over and I would do the same thing to the back. Notice the tin foil is still showing there. That's fine. The shirt is covering up that tin foil. That's fine. The thing that you want is to make this look realistic. You don't want to plaster this tight to the body. Nobody is that skinny in real life, or very few people are. So we want to make it look realistic. We're not going to like smash it completely flat. Once you have your person, then you're going to work on pose. Now, the easiest thing is going to be to make your person sit down. Would be the easiest. They could sit. You can make your person kneel. If you want to make your person stand up, I have some weights in the back that you can put on the bottom of the feet, and you can just stick it on with some clay. That would make it stand up, and you're going to decide what pose you want your person in. Partway through, we're going to take a break, and you're going to give feedback to another table using this form. So you're going to do at least one of these. You can choose I like or I noticed. Here are some words you can use, you don't have to use. Pose, armature, armature is a tinfoil, proportion, interesting, is it interesting? Originality, did you think of your own pose and not copy someone else's? And details, did you include details? I'm going to show you an example of details. Now I would wait till the end to put on details. This person put details on right away, but this would be a good end product. Look at that pocket and the things in the pocket. So you might want to write something about, I like, let's say I'm going to do, say I'm looking at this one right here. I like the shirt and how it fits. If you have time, you can do another one. I noticed the head is, well, actually, I'm going to go down here. We're going to do positive things up here. I just caught myself. I'm going to do a positive I notice. I notice that the proportion is good. Except if you want to give a suggestion, now we're going to be kind about it. We're not going to say the head is way too big. Nobody has a head that big. You're not going to say it like that. We're going to be kind. I suggest the head is made smaller. That's not a very good sentence, is it? The head should be smaller, something like that. And then you're going to go back and you're going to look at what the person left for you. If they gave you a suggestion, maybe there's something you can fix. Now remember, for 3, we're going for my sculpture is a person that stands up on its own or sits down, how it supports itself on its own. I follow directions and use materials appropriately. I use my time well and worked safely. To get a 4, you do those things, and you include many details. You're going to work carefully and you're going to help others. At the end of the day today, we're going to score where you're at, even if you're not completely done.